Musical Track 2 Fantasy and Fun Demo. Good morning, Hurricane, Utah. Today's date is June 25th, 1983, and I am here at the grand opening of Fredbear's Pizza. Founders of Afton Robotics, William and Henry, are sure to be recognizable names in our community, as their previous restaurant, Fredbear's Family Diner, drew in families from all across Utah with its emphasis on entertainment and technological breakthrough. Both founders of Afton Robotics promise more of the same for Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Their two specially designed animatronic characters, Fredbear and Bonnie, are here today all the way from the old diner, but William has told reporters new robots will be implemented shortly. Ah, here's William Afton now, and it seems he's about to cut the ribbon and officially open the new restaurant. Ladies, gentlemen, kids of all ages, welcome to where fantasy and fun come to life, where fantasy and fun come to life, a place for kids and parents alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Eat some pizza, play some games. Fredbear and Bonnie, it's their last day. Yes, they are going to retire, but new friends are coming. They are. Mr. Afton, with all due respect, did you say that the mascots of your previous location are going to be retired after only one day at your new location? Mr. Miller, I must say I was not expecting a visit from you this evening. Well, I've invested a pretty penny in this establishment, as well as you and Henry's previous venture, Fredbear's Family Diner, so I could not miss the grand opening. Speaking of which, why are Fredbear and Bonnie to be retired?
Ah, yes, I have been meaning to tell you. As you know, right now, our two specially designed animatronics, Fredbear and Bonnie, double as wearable suits as well as automated machines thanks to devices of my own invention, called spring locks. A simple spring mechanism that, when cranked by hand, pushes the sharp animatronic parts out of the way to provide enough room for one of our performers to climb inside. Well, we have discovered that if you turn the crank to push the metal aside, it's supposed to stay. But in a recent safety check, I spilled water down the suit's back. The locks all snapped closed. I was so shocked that I froze. If an employee had been inside, the wires and cross beams within would have collapsed upon their face and lungs, and who knows what else along while they are being put to rest. A failure would result in death. If the spring locks were to fail, all the sharp steel and plastic that make up the metal skeleton of the robot would be driven into the wearer's body. They would die, but it would be slow, and they would know they were dying for a long, long time. But not to worry, that is precisely why we have decided to retire them after this evening. I've been hard at work on 4 new animatronics to entertain our guests. These ones will just not function as wearable suits. Me and Henry had not expected your visit, and would love it if you would come back tomorrow to see them in action.
I'd love to speak to Henry before I left. Ah, yes, Henry. Right this way, Mr. Miller. You are sure to like this. A security measure by Henry and I's own design. The security puppet. Mr. Miller, but we weren't expecting you. So I've heard. While you're here, take a look at this. A cutting-edge method of security. The puppet's music box constantly plays my grandfather's clock, but if somebody with a criminal history enters the restaurant, the puppet will search through an internal criminal database to find a match. It will then begin playing Pop Goes the Weasel as a subtle way of alerting our security team to the possible threat. That is incredible. Isn't it? We tried outfitting William's designs with the same facial recognition, but there were some unforeseen problems, so we opted not to. Daddy? Oh, yes, Charlotte, sweetheart? It's way too loud in here. Can I please go outside? I suppose, dear, just keep close to the building and be sure to stay out of the parking lot. Charlotte's grown so much. Certainly, an iron-strong will on that one. Well, we appreciate the visit, Mr. Miller, but I have my own children to check on and a restaurant to manage, so I think it's best if you be on your way. I don't understand why you have to be such a baby. I'm not a baby. You totally are. Would you stop carrying that stupid teddy bear around everywhere? It's embarrassing me. He's my friend. Enough! I got no time for this. I just can't see why you two can't just get along. You want to know why? I'll tell you. Enough. Run along now, son. Michael, this day is so important to me. I just don't see why you can't just let him be. Why do you care? The only time you ever care about what I'm doing is when I'm bothering him. Leave him alone, Michael. Yeah, right. Just how you left me alone the day he was born. Michael, it's not like that. Whatever. Michael. where fantasy and fun come to life, a place for kids and parents alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Hey, little brat, you want me to lift you? Dad said, leave me alone, Michael. Who am I kidding? I know that's something you want to do. No, put me down. Come on, bud. Fredbear wants a hug. Don't know why he would want one from your mug. No, Michael, he's gonna eat me. Goodness sake, sport, he's not gonna eat you. He couldn't even bite through. Where fantasy and fun come to life, a place for kids and parents alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Michael, no! They're not safe! Where fantasy and fun come to life. Thank you guys for listening. Lyrics are down in the description.